Captain Dave. We're glad you're here and hope you'll enjoy your visit to Enchanted Island. It's a place that's happy and cheerful, and it's inhabited by some of the friendliest creatures you'll ever meet. As a matter of fact, our Happy Island family includes members from the land, from the sea, and from the air. And that's the part of our family you're going to meet first. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear it for Valerie Johnson and her feathered friends.
Thank you. Before I introduce you to the cast, there is one important thing I'd like you to keep in mind throughout the show. And that is all of these birds are actors and actresses who were raised and trained in Hollywood to perform for you. So if they do anything that you feel is worthwhile, please don't be afraid to applaud for them because they are real hams. And believe me, they do work a lot better for it. Well, right now I'd like you to meet the star of our show. His name is Alfie. Alfie, will you say something to the audience today in your little squeaky voice? Say hello. Hello. Hello, Alfie. That was very nice.
Time out for the California Condor. Val hasn't learned to train that one yet.
Alfie is a blue-eyed Triton cockatoo. He's a parrot from Australia. Alfie, will you show us that you can talk like a parrot? Polly want a cracker? Polly want a cracker, that's what they say. Tell me something else, Alfie. What do you say when you're hungry? What? Have a goodie, there you go. Alfie loves animals. In fact, here on the island, he has his own special little friend. It's a puppy dog. Now, this is how we call the puppy. I whistle, and Alfie tells him to come here. Are you ready? Come here. That's the way to do it. Good boy. He's always trying to fool us with his animal imitations. Here are just a few of his best. Imitate a dog. We don't need a watchdog with him around. Next, Alfie, how about a kitty cat? That's it! And now here's everybody's favorite and mine also. It's Alfie's version of a chicken. That's a chicken if I ever heard one. Besides being so intelligent, Alfie is a very affectionate little bird. Alfie, will you show me how much you love me? Put your head on my heart. Aw, what a bird. How about a great big kiss? One more? One more? Made my whole day right there. The telephone, who could that be, Alfie? Will you answer that? Be polite now.
Hello. Hello. Bye.
That was a very nice phone call, Alfie. But there was something awfully strange about that. Why did you say goodbye in such a hurry, Alfie? Was that a girl? That's what I thought. You mean I'm not the only one? No. Is she a pretty girl? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Alfie, in front of all these people. Hide your head under your wing and be ashamed. Hide your head all the way. That's more like it. Well, Alfie, after that one, I think you'd better wave goodbye to everybody. Can you give us a big wave? Come on, wave goodbye. There you go. Give him a big wave. But before you leave, I want you to thank the audience for all this nice applause and take a nice big bow. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for Alfie the cockatoo? And now I'd like to invite all of you to the 1978 Enchanted Island Olympics. The first event of the day will be gymnastics. And here we have Harvest, a beautiful blue and gold macaw from South America. Now Harvest is ready to show us her latest accomplishment today, and she's getting into position right now for the new and the difficult. For the doubly difficult, roll over. Harvest, can you show us the double? She's getting back into position now. Here's number 2, now one more. Harvest, how about a triple? I know they're tough. It's roll over. Number 3, let's have a nice hand for Harvest. Now, unlike Human Olympics, we have a scooter race in ours, and my friend Fernando has been winning all the local scooter races on his very own highly modified, customized racing scooter. Now, before you meet him, I'd like to tell you just a little bit about him. He really is a troublemaker, and believe me, I have to keep my eye on him every minute. Fernando, are you ready for the big race? I want you to stretch those legs out now and hop over here. Come on, Fernando, let's go. It's a race. Okay, now I want you to run down there with determination and show us just exactly how you won all those races. Notice his technique now because it's 1 foot on and 1 foot off. And here he comes. Look at him go. Boy, Fernando, you're no troublemaker today. He's really being an angel. Good boy. Now our next event is going to be something a little bit different. This time we're going to have another race. Only very funny, Fernando. I told you he was a troublemaker. Fernando, I'm sorry, you already had your turn. No more funny stuff. Stay right there. As I was about to say, not to be outdone, Happy has learned to ride his very own racing bicycle, and here it is. Now, Happy is a scarlet macaw, and Happy, so far, Fernando is in the lead. It's up to you to take over. I want you to hurry up, get down there, and mount up. Now, Fernando, I'd be awfully worried if I were you, because he can really move on this bike. With tremendous speed now, Happy's putting 1 foot on each pedal, and he's off. Get that speed up, Happy. Look at him go. We have a new champion. Let's hear it for Happy. Nobody can top that one. That was the best so far. Good boy, Happy. You really showed Fernando on that one. Fernando, how about that? I think he outdid you on that. Can you show us any better, Fernando? Can you turn that bicycle around and ride it another way? Oh, no. That's what I call winning the hard way. Now I'd like to introduce you to the daredevil of the group. She's another blue and gold macaw, and Jeannie is her name. Jeannie, come on over here. What do you say?
Hello.
Hello, Jeannie. Are you ready to show us something really death-defying? You're ready, you sure? Then let's get to it, Jeannie. First of all, climb to the top of this pole. Now when Jeannie reaches the top, she's going to demonstrate her balance by executing a very dangerous headstand. Okay, Jeannie, you're almost there. Get your balance and show us that headstand, Jeannie. Look at that. Beautiful, Jeannie, that was fantastic. Now she's always fancied herself to be an acrobat on the high wire, and we're going to give her a chance to prove this today by taking Harvest on a daring ride across on the unicycle. Now Harvest will balance the unicycle as Jeannie rides across on the top. Okay, Jeannie, are you ready? I'd like you to climb up now very carefully. Easy does it, Jeannie. I'm letting go. Get that momentum up now and don't wobble too much. That's it, Jeannie, carefully. That's right, a little bit more, Jeannie. You're almost to the end now. You can do it. One more pedal, Jeannie, and you've got it. She made it all the way. Good girl. You're getting applause, so take a bow. You deserve it, Jeannie. Take a real big bow. That's my girl. Now I'd like to present the grand finale. I really feel that this is the most difficult behavior we have here for the birds to do. What I'm going to be asking of Harvest is to try and make one complete loop on this swing up above. Now believe me, folks, in this particular trick, the more encouragement Harvest receives, that is, the louder it gets out there, the higher on the swing she's going to go. Now she doesn't always make it over the top, but I know Harvest, and she usually does give us a very good try. So right now I'd like all of you out there to clap your hands and whistle and make as much noise as you can and get our little girl going. Okay, it's gotta be loud out there. Don't forget her. She'll stop. So let's hear it for her. Okay, she's starting to pump now. Let's go, Harvest. Loud. It's gotta be louder out there. She's never gonna do it. Come on, let's get her going. Okay, it's looking good. Come on, Harvest. Louder. Come on, you guys are giving up out there. She will too. Come on, Harvest, push your hardest. Almost, come on, I told you it worked. Here she goes. Almost, come on, it's gotta be louder out there. Don't give up yet. Come on, Harvest. A little bit more, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. Louder, come on, let's get her going. I don't know. Well, I think Harvest gave us a very good try today.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Valerie Johnson and her trained macaws? Looks like she got a little bit dizzy on that last one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next. Okay, time out here. Let Valerie get off the stage. Okay, now you might be wondering how she trained Alfie, Fernando, and the others. Well, I guess I'd have to tell you that it's all part of living. Excuse me just a moment. What do you think you're doing out here? Now, come on. I haven't even introduced you yet. Well, as long as he's here, how about a big hand for Zippy? Well, Zippy, why don't you say hi to everyone? That's the way, isn't he cute? Zippy, what do you think of this nice audience? Zippy, I'd be ashamed. Shame on you, Zippy. Well, it's obvious he doesn't have much respect for me. So let's hear it for his trainers, David and Holly Kratzky. Not too long ago, while Zippy was visiting one of our neighboring islands, he really made a hit with the hula girls. As a matter of fact, he even learned to wear a skirt himself, keeps the beat, and shake it with the best of them. So Zippy, if you're ready, then let's hula! More like the Tasmanian devil. And that's our lovely hula boy. You know, to pass the time away, fun and games are the order of the day for Zippy, and one of his favorite little games here on the island is skipping rope. To show you how well he does that. Wait, no, hang on. That's not the way we do it. We're not swinging through the trees now, so stop acting like a monkey. I know, let's try a different approach. Let's all count out loud each time he skips the rope. Is everybody ready? Okay, out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Jumps for Zippy. Boy, that Zippy sure gets around. Like with his bike they got him for his last birthday. Not bad at all. How about a big hand for Zippy? While Zippy's getting ready for his next behavior, I'd like to tell you just a little bit more about him. He's a highly intelligent 5-year-old African chimpanzee, and believe it or not, he was actually trained at home by David and Holly. Looks like he's ready to go now, so welcome the Roller Rocket! He's not shy. And now Zippy will complicate the behavior with a routine called Monkey in the Middle. Notice the agility now as he goes from David to Holly, and from Holly to David. You're making me jealous. I can't even skate backwards. And now for his most complicated trick. In professional roller skating, they call it the Eagles and the Edges, but no one does it quite like Zippy. Of course, being a good little boy that he is, when he's finished playing with his toys, he picks them all up, puts them in a nice, neat little stack. Whoops, forgot one. Have to work on that one. No, we'll leave the bees alone. Try for the gun, Zippy. Looks like he's got it under control. Uh-oh. Now we got Jaws 2 coming up. All right, now take him back to Holly. Good boy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Zippy will dare a feat I'm sure most of you have never tried. While on roller skates, he's going to totally leave the ground and jump through the center of the ship's wheel Holly is holding in front of her. Zippy, are you ready? All right, let's take off. And right through. Well, Zippy, you made that look so easy, we're just going to have to try it again. But this time, as you can see, it's over 3 feet off the ground. Now that's pretty high for little Zippy here. What do you think of this next jump? I think he needs a little encouragement. Tell you what we're going to do. When he gets right there, I want everyone to yell just as loud as you can, jump, Zippy. Have you got that? Okay, Zippy, one more time. Let's go. Jump, Zippy! Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Zippy and his trainers, David and Holly Kratzky. As you can tell, Enchanted Island really is a happy and cheerful place to be. And that's probably because it's so full of surprises. For example, you might be surprised to learn that Enchanted Island is actually the pool you see before you. That's right, Enchanted Island is this body of water that's surrounded by an ocean of land. And to make things even more fun, it's inhabited by 2 carefree creatures. Now you'll meet them in just a moment, but first of all, let's hear it for their trainer, our gal, Friday Miss Valerie Rio Frio.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you 2 very special friends of mine. Let's have a big hand for Nemo and Neptune. Now, these 2 are Atlantic bottlenose dolphins, more commonly referred to as a porpoise, and they love performing for you almost as much as you're going to enjoy watching them perform. Now, you all know how friendly and playful a dolphin is. Well, I'm going to show you how friendly Nemo and Neptune are by shaking hands with them. Hi there, Nemo. You want to go first? All right, then can I have a nice friendly handshake from my favorite little boy dolphin? That's it, Nemo. Come on up and say hi. How are you? There's Neptune, that's my girl.
Well, now, of course, Valerie wasn't actually shaking hands with the dolphins. Those flippers on their sides are called pectoral fins, and they give them their ability to maneuver in the water. Now, that large fin on their back, which acts as a keel, is called the dorsal fin.
And that great big tail of theirs is properly called their fluke. Now, this gives them all of that tremendous jumping power. Now, I'm going to show you some of that power right now by having Nemo and Neptune jump together up and over the hurdle.
One more time, so you don't forget those smiling faces. It's Nemo and Neptune. Now, the dolphin's mouth, or snout as it's properly called, is used primarily as their weapon. And they're very nimble with these mouths.
Now, we're going to demonstrate that using these 2 small balls. Okay, kids, you ready? Go get them. Now they're going to retrieve those balls in their mouth, run them under the water, and right back up to me. But they're going to release the ball the instant I touch them with my hand. Okay, kids, together, and here they are!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is one of my favorites, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this
Wait a
one.
minute, Captain. I know it's your favorite and everything, but Nemo and Neptune are working on a new trick. Now, I think this is the perfect time to put it in the show. You kids want to do the new trick? Yeah, see that they do. Come
Well,
on, Captain.
why not? If they say yes, we'll let them call the shots on this one.
Great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a minute though to warn you that Nemo and Neptune are going to flip. And believe me, they love to get people wet. So if you want to cool off, come on down to the railing. But if you want to stay dry, you better move to higher grounds on this one.
All right, now we must warn you that this is salt water and it does damage some things like cameras, watches, and other valuable goodies. So if you have anything you'd like to see protected, well, we do suggest you protect it. Otherwise, just about all the splashing is going to be going on right over here along this area of the wooden railing. Now, I want those of you there to duck down just a little bit so the folks behind you can see the water as it approaches their face. Well, I don't see anyone moving. Too late, because here they come. Oh, we got them good over here on that one. Number 2, let's soak them this time. Okay, it's really thinning out over here. Number 3, coming at ya. Okay, one more time. Nemo, Neptune, flip it. How about a big hand for the Soggy Sports up front? Well, I think they're crazier than we are. All right, everyone go back to your seats now. We're going to try to get a little bit serious here. You know, a dolphin has a built-in sonar system which enables them to track, navigate, and locate food in the water by the use of sound waves. You might say it's their amazing way of seeing with their ears.
Now that's right, Captain, but because of the sonar, it's very difficult to teach a dolphin to jump through an object that entirely encircles their body, like this hoop. But I've taught Neptune to ignore her sonar and to jump right through the center. Okay, Neptune, here's your hoop. Here she comes. Right through.
Good girl. One more time, but she really has to run fast for the highway. Wow, let's hear it for Neptune.
You know, the captain's not around, and Neptune's gone out to sea. Nemo likes to practice his hula dancing. Well, I've got Nemo's grass skirt right here. I'm going to toss it out into the island, and if everyone will imagine a little music, Nemo's going to show us the fine art of island dancing. Are you ready, big boy? Okay, let's get it up and shake it! That's my fella. Okay, Nemo, one more time, hula! Let's have a nice hand for Nemo! You know, ladies and gentlemen, when I first met Nemo and Neptune, I found out that they're very creative animals. And right now, Neptune's going to show you a behavior that she made up, all on her own. Now, I can't take credit for this one. It's all Neptune. Are you ready, Neptune? Let's show off that twister! How about that? Okay, Neptune, one more time. Let's twist it. Let's give this big girl a great big hand.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, throughout history, dolphins have been noted for their classic grace and precision. Now, of course, we here on Enchanted Island think Nemo and Neptune are no exception.
And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Nemo and Neptune are going to show you their perfect sense of timing as they jump together in a beautiful double high jump. Now, timing is the key to this behavior. Nemo and Neptune must communicate with each other under the water as they're making their run. Now, of course, they do this on all their double tricks, but this time they have to break the water, hit my hands at precisely the same instant to get this fish. You two ready down there? Okay, let's go!
And they are off and running side by side around the pool, building speed. Here they come. How's that for precision?
Boy, behaviors like that are really hard work for these two. And after that kind of exercise, my friends like to take a little break and play. Right, Captain?
That's right, Val. Now, strangely enough, the game they love to play more than any other just happens to be football. Now, of course, it's played a little bit differently here on Enchanted Island. Instead of competing for points, the dolphins will be competing for fish. And that's one fish for every pass they catch, and one fish for every field goal they make, which is putting the football between the two palm trees. But we can't have a football game unless we have some teams, right? So I want all you guys out there to cheer for Nemo, all you girls to cheer for Neptune. That's right, you get the dolphin of your choice. Val's the ref, I'm the quarterback, and Neptune's going to be the first pass receiver. She's in the center of the pool now, breaking from the huddle, heading for the line of scrimmage. She's got the call, and it's Neptune pedaling high on the water in a post pattern. All the way to the back of the pool, the ball is up, and she grabs it for the first fish of the ball game. That's one for Neptune. Now she's trying to make it two with a field goal attempt, heading for the end zone now. She's up, she shoots right off the right-hand palm tree, but using an imaginary line at the center of the trunk. That's one more for Neptune. Give it to her, Val. Come on. All right, now, guys, I hope you can cheer just a heck of a lot louder for Nemo than the girls just did for Neptune, with a few exceptions here and there. Now, you gotta keep in mind that this is a football game, right? And it really does help when the Dolphins know someone's on their team. In other words, don't be afraid to use your voices. All right, guys, now it's Nemo's turn. He's trailing by 2, so guys, let's hear it for him. It's Nemo to the 5, the 10, the 15, and he doesn't quite hold on to that one. That's all right, so at least now it's starting to sound like a ball game as Nemo heads for the end zone for his field goal attempt. All right, guys, notice Nemo does this differently, laying it on top of the water, lining it up, he shoots it wide to the side, so I'm sorry, Nemo, you don't get anything on the first go-around, which gives us a halftime score of 2-0. Neptune's leading by 2 at this point. And girls, you can bet your sweet life she's going to try to stretch that lead as soon as we can find the football. Okay, we got it under control. Girls, it's her last chance to let her down. Come on, girls, let's hear it for her. Okay, Neptune, one more time. Time out. Neptune, hello. Okay, Neptune's got the message now. Come on, Neptune, hello. Yes, the ball, there it is. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Come on, Neptune, that's it. She's pedaling high back one more time, and no, she doesn't quite get to that one. Okay, Neptune, that's all right. You still have a 2-fish lead. Let's see if we can make it a 3-fish lead. Now it's your final field goal. Heading for the end zone one final time for Neptune, and eyeing the goal, taking her time, right over the bar. That makes 3 for Neptune. Well, guys, what can I say? Nemo's trailing by 3, and unfortunately, he can only get 2 more on his last go-round. But guys, even though he doesn't have a chance of winning the game, let's be sure and let him know you're still on his side as he tries for these last 2 fish. All right, guys, here we go. One more time. It's Nemo to the 5, the 10, the 15, and yes, he hangs on. All right, that's a 1 for Nemo. Let's see if he can make it to his final field goal. Wait a minute. It's a touchdown! And almost the extra point. A touchdown? Well, you really pulled that one out of the bag. I guess you think you won the ball game, huh, little fella? You did. It figures. Uh-oh, Neptune sounds pretty upset over there, Nemo. Are you going to give her a chance to catch up? No! Nemo, I tell you what, before all these girls get mad at you, you better be a real good sport. Go back in the pool, get Neptune, and bring her up here with you. Will you do that, Nemo? You promise? Okay, Nemo, back in the pool. Now, as you know, the dolphin's natural habitat is in the ocean. And if they come out of the water and onto dry land, they could be endangering their lives. Because out of the water, the dolphin is totally helpless. Basically, they just don't belong there. But these two know if they should have any trouble at all getting back into the pool, Val will help them, and here they are, side by side.
Aren't they pretty? Now, this lovely lady on my right, ladies and gentlemen, is Neptune! Now, Neptune's 12 years old, and this big lady weighs over 400 pounds. Now, Nemo here's only 9, but this little fella weighs 350. Now, that's a lot of weight for these two to pull up onto dry land. Nemo and Neptune will live to be about 40 years old, so they're still very young yet. Okay, kids, I see one more fish then back in the pool, all right? You want one more? All right, there it is, back in the pool.
How about a big hand for the football stars? Now, all animals, whether from the land or the sea, have a natural fear of fire. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, this includes Nemo and Neptune.
But with a lot of time, training, and most of all, trust, Neptune has learned to overcome her fear and jump right to the center of this flaming hot hoop. But she knows she has to be very careful. No mistakes can be made on this behavior. Okay, Neptune, here she comes. Right through!
One more time, but she must be very careful on the high one. Easy does it. Let's hear it for Neptune. You know, out in the open ocean, dolphins have been clocked at speeds very close to 50 miles an hour. And here in this pool, they can reach speeds of almost 30 miles an hour.
And right now, ladies and gentlemen, Nemo's going to show you some of that speed in a solo high jump. Now that means all the way to the top of the tower and as high as I can reach on this one. Now this is going to be a distance of well over 17 feet. So that little fellow needs all the encouragement he can get. But I've got it right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, notice how very gently Nemo will take this fish from my hand with his 96 very sharp teeth. Oh, won't you, Nemo? Okay, Nemo. I'm going to trust you this time. Are you ready? Set? Let's go!
And he is starting his run now, building up that tremendous speed, rounding the curve. Here he comes. Let's hear it for Nemo. Now that was very fast indeed, and if you like that kind of speed on the Dolphins' behalf, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love Neptune's next behavior. It's by far and away one of the most difficult tricks to teach a dolphin to perform.
Sure it is.
And we know we spent a lot of time teaching this one at Neptune, but it's ready for you now. It's her amazing, almost unbelievable 1.5 somersault in the air. And it does make a beautiful picture. If you have a camera, focus it on the center of the pool and about 10 feet high. She's starting her run now, slowly at first in the center of the main tank. She'll really pour it onto the bridge at the far right into the pool. Making the approach, rounding the curve. Here she comes now. It's 1.5. And now let's hear it for the entire cast of the Enchanted Island Review, Zippy and his trainers, David and Holly Kratzke. Valerie Johnson and her train macaws. Last but not least, Nemo and Neptune and their trainer, Miss Valerie Rio Frio.